Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I'm going to show you how to do my go-to look. This is what I usually like to go to if I'm ever in a hurry, and I know that this is going to go with almost everything. So right now I'm just starting with my brows. I outline both the bottom and the top and try to fill in as much as possible with small strokes. Starting from, I start from the inside to the out just because I start off the beginning with one color, which is the Anastasia dark brown. And then I end it with Anastasia Beverly Hills Ebony. So it's two different colors. That's why I start from the inside out. I also did the other brow off camera, but as you can see, I like this Anastasia pencil because it is dual ended. One side is a brush that I use to brush the, sorry y'all, that I use to brush the beginning of my brow with to kind of diffuse that color. And then so now I'm going back in with the ebony pencil, the darker color. It's almost black. And I'm using that to fill in the ends of my brows and any part that needs to be filled. I'm just giving you product placement so you know what the eyebrow pencil looks like. And so now I'm going in with MAC's Studio Fix Concealer to clean up those brows, clean up on aisle 10, because girl, okay, I like a defined look. Now, sometimes I'll not clean it up for simpler looks, but this is my go-to look when I'm actually going out. So I just follow the line of my brows and then kind of blend that out. Blend, 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 blend top and bottom. And this isn't even a fancy brush. This is a brush that I had for my first ever brush set years ago in aesthetic school. This is from Coastal Scents. It's an eyebrow brush from Coastal Scents, but I love it, and this is an old faithful. So I'm just cleaning up my brows. Blending, blend, honey, blend, yes. I'm obviously satisfied. Now I'm just going back in with that Studio Fix Concealer to even out my lids. My lids are kind of dark. They're darker than the rest of my face. And so I'm just evening my lids out, and I use this as an eyeshadow base instead of eyeshadow primer. And I feel like concealer works just as well. Me dancing. I will do a lot of dancing in these videos, y'all. So now I am using a Sigma brush to apply my Laura Mercier Radiance Foundation Primer all over my face. My face has been a little dry, so just adding it to all the areas so that my foundation does not slide, and it's just gives me an even coverage all over. And we're gonna blend everything. Now this is my go-to palette, the Mented palette. I don't know what it's called. I got it from a pop-up shop at Essence when Mented was here about 2 years ago, but I just love it. You can comment the name of the palette down below. And this is a Sigma E40 blending brush. And I just love this palette because look at it, y'all. Has everything that I need. All a black girl needs, black girl skin tones. So I'm taking these 2 colors there. And I'm just gonna use this blending brush and just go all over my crease with it. Just buff it out. This is a great buffing brush, the Sigma E40. And so now we're gonna take this deep reddish plumish color, and we're gonna take a Real Techniques blending brush and go straight into the crease with it. Not going too high, we're just gonna keep it where the crease is. And I just love this brush because of the way that it's made. It gets exactly where I need it to go. This color payoff though. 5-star rating for Mented for this palette. I literally was at the pop-up and swatched it on my hand and my mouth flew open just because of the payoff of this palette. I loved it that much. We're gonna take another Sigma brush and we're gonna go into this chocolatey brown color, and we're gonna keep it closer to the end of the lid. I'm not gonna take it all the way, just gonna keep it at the end. And so now I'm taking the top left and right 2 colors, which is champagne and gold, and just going all over the lid with it. So that was what, 4 or 5 colors. You can really keep it to just 3. But this is super easy. I'm not gonna do anything else besides blend with that Sigma E40 just to make sure that everything comes together. And that's it for the eyes. I'll do the eyeliner later. Okay, so this step is super important because if I don't do this, all of my under eye bags will show, as well as the hyperpigmentation on my face. So if I put foundation over these areas without doing this step, my hyperpigmentation looks ashy. So I'm going to use any orange concealer to cancel out my under eye bags. And I'm just prepping my skin for the foundation. And I'm also gonna hit that mustache. I'm not ashamed. Not ashamed. I'm gonna take my Sigma F86 tapered kabuki brush and spray my favorite Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and take Maybelline's Matte and Poreless 340 all over my face. I sprayed my brush first so that it can, it won't give me streaks. And I love Maybelline. It's my go-to, especially when I don't want to overdo it, because it has a medium coverage. So this is my go-to. Who else's favorite part is highlighting? I love to highlight. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. They're gonna need to sponsor. I need an endorsement deal. I'm gonna take their Amber Stick Foundation and go in the areas, highlight the areas that I want to pop. So that's under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, a small portion of my forehead, because girl, not the whole thing. And then my chinny chin chin. And I'm going to use a makeup sponge. And I sprayed Urban Decay All-Nighter spray on off camera. And I'm just going to go in and blend. I'm just gonna keep blending until it's all melted in. The melt. Taking my Sigma F40 brush, I'm going to pick up my NYX contour palette and use the darkest shade, which is called Hollow, to fill in the hollows of my cheekbones. I missed a step. I didn't show y'all a step, which was setting my under eyes with powder, and I use Sacha's Buttercup setting powder. It's a yellowish powder. So next video. And I go underneath my chin to hide that double chin. Well, not really hide it, but conceal it. So it just disappears. And my forehead too. Make that disappear just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're gonna keep blending. Taking MAC's Deep Dark Finishing Powder, I'm going to take this and a larger bronzer brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and go over the areas that I've contoured, and it just bronzes my skin up. The difference between a bronzer and a contour is a bronzer is warmer, and a contour is usually darker. A bronzer can even be your shade of powder, but anything to just warm up your skin. And for a go-to look, I like to use powdered contours, just because it won't be all the hassle. I'm just contouring my nose using the same bronzer. And using powders when you're in a hurry is so much easier. It is a lifesaver than to use a cream or another foundation and then go back over it with powders. I'd rather just use the powder first if I'm in a hurry. So that's the point of a go-to look. Don't you agree? It's Beauty Bakery time, and I'm using their Scoops Face and Body Palette as my blush, and I'm taking all three of the blush shades and blending them together, and just adding them to the apples of my cheeks. It is so beautiful. This is another brand where the payoff is just to die for. This is Stila's Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. This right here, this eyeliner right here, it will not move. It is waterproof. It is, the theme is my go-to eyeliner because it does not budge, okay? I could cry, it could rain, it would still be there. And all of these things have happened, tried and true and tested. It holds up. And it is just an easy to apply liner. I'm in love with this liner. I use this also on my clients. Using the smallest brush possible, we're going to line our bottom lashes using the same brown that we use at the end of our eyes, the end of our eyelids. Just using the same dark brown shadow. I don't really use eyeliner ever. I'll use black eyeshadow as a liner, or I'll use the same colors that I used in my eyeshadow look. Just because I don't want anything to smear. I'm an Ardell lash fan. These are the faux minks. If I don't use these for personal use, then I'll use the wispies. I just love it. I'm gonna do my lashes off camera, so I'll learn how to do it on camera. So I'll be back, y'all. So this is everyone's favorite part, highlighting. This is the Honor Roll highlighter from the Crayon Case. Whew. I'm about to say the word again, payoff. The color payoff. I'm in love with. So I'm going down the bridge of my nose. I highlighted my cheekbones and the middle of my forehead and the top of my lips and the corners of my eyes. It was very important. I feel like it pulls a look together. I'm going to line my lips using NYX's brown lip liner. Yes, it's called brown. It is called brown. And then I love L'Oreal's Fairest Nude, number 800. Look, I love nude combinations because when I'm in a hurry, I don't really have to think about it. These are my go-tos. That's the beauty of having a look that you can go to all the time. And this is a Crayon Case lip gloss, Private Party. There it is, Private Party. And there it is, we're all done. My go-to wig and my go-to makeup look. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you for the next video. Bye, y'all.